Don't you dare say
So IEMs is something I really love testing, and I don't get many of them coming in, but every time one of them comes in, I get really excited to check them out, especially when they have a reputation for sounding really good.
only crime was hoping. There is something more than this loneliness I feel. But no one makes me feel less alive. We're fighting fire. The way you push my buttons just when we're fighting fire. When two voices of nature collide.
Today we're taking a look at TinHIFI's latest T-Series IEM, and from what I've heard, these are pretty fantastic IEMs. So let's check them out to see if they're any good. Welcome to a review of the TinHIFI T3 Plus. Hello, my name is Sean and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do a lot of tech reviews as well as unboxing, and if that is something that interests you, do consider subscribing to this channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as share this video to all your friends around. And with that said, let's get on with a review of the TinHIFI T3 Plus. So today's IEM is provided to me by Hi-Fi Go, and this will be our very first collaboration. So if you're in the market looking for headphones, earphones or IEMs, I'm sure you've stumbled upon Hi-Fi Go's blog post or YouTube channel, so definitely check them out in the description below. So the TinHIFI T3 Plus retails for about 292 Malaysian ringgit or about 70 US dollars. Not a lot of money for proper high quality IEMs. So if you're interested in getting them, do check out my links in the description below. So to start off, this IEM here that you see is a wired IEM. So now I have the cable plugged off, so these are not Bluetooth IEMs. So the design of the IEM is very beautiful, and I think it's the trend that we see now. Many companies are going to this swirly design, so it gives you a very hand-finished, hand-painted design, and I think if done right, they look really good, similar to the ones you get with the Heidi's MS2. So the main body here is a resin shell, and it's semi-translucent as well, so you can actually see the internals a little bit, and it comes with this nice smoke black color, and I think the entire thing looks really cool. The main shape of the IEM is very contoured, so you can see the internals here. I think it's just shy of mapping it to your ears, but the overall IEM design is very contoured and sits inside my ears supremely well. Fits me like a glove, and I absolutely love them. So that's the beauty of IEMs, at least for my ears. Not everybody will fit them as well, because if you put yours in nicely, they just feel like you're in a vacuum and all the noise is just sucked out from your ears, and you get the absolute best seal out of it. So inside the shell, you can also see very vaguely the 10mm dynamic driver there, which is quite large for any in-ear monitors. But since there is space inside without the Bluetooth chip and without the batteries taking up space, the bigger driver does make sense. So ear tips wise, TinHIFI does give you quite a lot of earbuds to choose from, 12 in total in my case. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the cable, and typical to any good audiophile equipment, everything should be able to be dismantled in order for you to replace them. And especially with cables, these kind of things do worn out over time, and it's important for users to be able to switch them up and also to find the sound that they really enjoy. So unlike the Heidi's MS2, the T3 Plus doesn't come with any fancy cable technology, but what you get here is thick braided cable. So the cables here are braided, and it looks like it's a dual core cable, unlike the quad core cable you find in the MS2. So the 3.5mm jack here that we have is also gold plated at the front. Every other construction of the cable feels nice and sturdy, but then again, this is all up to the users to switch them up and to customize their cables to find the sound that they really like. And in order for you to connect your earbuds to the cables, they use these pins, which is very easy for you to plug them in. So here we have the right one. So make sure that the right phone is facing out, and just line it up and press it in, and your earbuds are connected to your cable. So that's pretty simple operation overall. So feature wise, the T3 Plus doesn't come with any fancy spec list, exotic material diaphragms or high-end BA drivers, but it's a pretty standard entry-level IEMs for you to enjoy your music as close to natural as possible. So the T3 Plus comes with a 10mm dynamic driver made of liquid crystal polymer diaphragm, and TinHIFI says that this reduces unnecessary vibrations and provides user with a distortion-free sound. In practice, it does feel really nice, and as far as interference and noise, I detect none of those. So the housing here is also designed in a way, they say it's a double cavity design, so I'm not too sure what that is. It's said to maintain proper pressure inside for the drivers when they move around, so I guess that's some high-tech technology stuff that they do. And the earbuds, in terms of its power rating, the impedance is rated to be 32 ohms, which means that you do not need to pair them up with any amps. For most of your phones or players out there, it should be able to power these earbuds, and they will run just fine. So just as a standard guideline, anything below 50 ohms generally doesn't require you to run an amp. All in all, these features work together to give listeners a clean, serene listening experience, which is really nice. So the important question here, how do they sound? Actually, it's really balanced and natural sounding. So the T3 Plus here doesn't work to give you a thumpy sound signature or an overly V-shaped sound signature, but being true to an audiophile monitors, they are tuned to be as flat, as balanced as possible. So this is to give you the cleanest possible representation of the original recording without any frequency being boosted. So in other words, these are earbuds for you to use to really go into the details of music, picking out instruments and hearing the breath of the artist when they catch their breath. Of course, these are not the type of earbuds you use to headbang, but it's really a monitor letting you hear and monitor all the details that shines through nice and clearly. So listening this to Tidal master quality audio, and they sound really nice and balanced. One thing that we need to advocate when it comes to sound signature, which is flat or balanced, doesn't mean that they are boring or lack depth. Bass here is nice and present, just not heavy and in your face. It's there to represent the real instruments. And if you have these earbuds, check out Metallica's One at around 4 minutes and 18 seconds where the double bass drops. That's the bass potential of these IEMs. While that double bass is going on, the guitar rhythm is still firm, solid and precise without being messy, and James's vocal still comes through nice and clear, and the snare still sounds ever so present. So I hope that gives you a better image of how these earbuds sound, because they are really nice. One more thing to note is that if you have a DAC that you trust the sound signature of, definitely test these IEMs with it to pull the most out of them. So honestly, there is a world of IEMs out there that I have not explored yet, and I'm still slowly getting into it. But for where I am today, using this with my trusty DAC amp, listening to master quality tracks, I would say that they are worth every penny. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash that thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.